Dreamers, this is going to be the first video we upload from the meet and greet on the classes that were taught at the meet and greet. And this video is a presentation, y'all, given by an 8-year-old Forrest hide and rock. This young man, obviously, you'll see in the video, began nervous because he wasn't used to presenting in front of such a large crowd. But this kid is an absolute hero of mine. At 8 years old, giving presentations at homesteading meet and greets is just mind-blowing to me. I hope you enjoy his class. His father helped him out a little bit, and then once Forrest got comfortable, he took over.
He's familiar with, and as we started kind of looking at this, and he's gotten a little older in the past 6 months or a year, and became a little more self-aware. So it got scary all of a sudden. So we run a small little experimental homestead. We're learning. Forrest champions a lot of the animals. He does a lot to help out, and he's developed a lot of relationships, and one of the things he seems to do a really good job at is trying to keep the animals happy. We heard a lot of the people speaking about the comfort, the health of your animals, and there's, just like us, there's a lot of things that enhance their lives, and Forrest has worked with several of the animals, just spending time with them, but also kind of learning something that was new for us this year was pigs, right? And so he had thought that a little thing for people who might be getting into pigs, some ideas that might help kids keep their pigs happy, right? So, all right, well, let's start out talking a little bit about. Okay, I'll just prompt you. How many pigs we got?
5.
5. What are their names?
Ginger, Sweet Pea, Hazel, Pepper, and Jameson.
Okay.
Everybody quiet in the back!
What's a little bit about Ginger? Tell us a little about Ginger. So what's Ginger? Who's the first one to finish eating and come maybe hang out with us?
Ginger.
Yeah. So you'll notice different personalities in your pigs. And Ginger, as soon as she's done eating, what does she want?
Belly rubs.
She wants belly rubs. Everybody else is still eating mud and fighting over the food scraps. And what's Ginger? She's over there wanting rubs.
Yes.
And then who shows up after that?
Sweet Pea.
Sweet Pea shows up. And then
Pepper.
Hazel, yeah. And then who's the last one?
Pepper.
Pepper. Why do we call Pepper Pepper?
She's very grumpy pig.
Yeah, she's a little runt. She was the runt of the litter, so she's always causing trouble. She's spicy is what we call her, right? She's spicy. She mixes it up. And then who's the latest addition? Jameson. He's a boar. So we got him to be able to have more pigs eventually. So he's like what, a big fuzzy teddy bear, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, he really likes Jameson. So he makes a lot of noise. What else does he do to help us out at night?
Guard them.
Notice he keeps, when we hear him making a lot of noise at night, we think we've got coyotes and maybe other things sneaking around the farm. So he wakes up, he does little rounds and makes a lot of noise. What does he do to his house?
Pushes it around.
He moves his house every day. He pushes it all over the place, his whole house. He hasn't found where he wants to live, I guess. He hasn't settled down yet. So, okay, so those are our 5 piggies. All right. Well, what is it? Besides concentrate, we try to give them diet. And what are some of the things they like?
Apples, corn, eggs, grass, daikon, or collards.
Yeah, so some of the same foods we eat, if we have scraps like apple cores, right? Your apple cores, where do they go? We throw them in there.
Yep.
Eggs, if we get too many eggs, we rotate them out of the refrigerator, they go in there. It's best to cook the eggs because there are anti-nutrition agents. So if you're trying to give them protein and healthy benefits, there are what they call anti-nutrient that can detract from health. It's not major if you're just giving a couple, but if you're being a persistent big part of the diet, it would be better to just throw them in and boil them first. So, but just a few here and there, because in nature they would find them when they're rooting around. In fact, what did Jameson? We figured we weren't getting any eggs this spring. Where were they going?
In Jameson's house.
So all the female chickens, he hatched out, or he raised up 6 chickens of your own.
Yeah.
And we weren't getting any eggs, and we didn't know why. And they were laying in Jameson's house. And so we were visiting with Jameson one day, and we saw a chicken pop out, and Jameson saw it pop up, and he left us, didn't he?
Yeah.
He then stuck his head in his house and started eating eggs. And all these chickens came running out. So then we figured out where the eggs were going.
Yeah.
So another thing that's really good, wintertime fresh greens, what do those fall under?
Daikons and collards.
So daikon radishes, tillage radishes, and collard greens, rape. All these things are cool season things that you can throw into a paddock over the winter, and you can pull nutrition from them. You can go out and clip them if you separate them from your animals, and then you can just cut them as green chop, throw them in there, you know, and let them have some. These are all things that they like to kind of eat. Greens for us, greens for them. What about fall?
Oranges, pumpkins, and nuts.
So yeah, nuts. Acorns are a big thing around here in the Midwest. If they've got access to that, they love to go what we call on acorn walks. And we just take them for a walk. They find where the trees are that are dropping right then and there, and they remember it, and they race back there. They run. When you let them out, they run for that tree. They've got all their little sweet spots. And of course, lots of your neighbors may have pumpkins left over from carving. You just take the whole thing and just say, have fun with it. And they eat it. Looks like just taking big bites out of it.
Yep.
All righty. Moving on to what they say, games and fun.
So we have pig ball, leaf piles, hiding corn, and playing. So this is our pig ball, and we put corn and nuts in it sometimes, and then we throw it on the ground, and the pigs go rolling this around, and then when it gets on the hole, it'll pour out some nuts.
So yeah, you can put acorns in there, alfalfa pellets, corn, just anything. A mix. We just, whatever's kind of laying in the bottom of the grain bin and it's got spilled, we just throw it all in there, and they love this. This is actually sold for like miniature horses, so it's really durable. That's the main thing you have to look at is, you know, something. It's got to be big enough that they can, it you know, moves around. But they will. The only time, when does it stop? When does it?
When it hits a wire.
Yeah, the electric fence. So they'll push it up eventually against the electric fence, and it'll sit there even if it's full of food. So you do have to go intervene every once. It's kind of like out of bounds in a regular game. But they have a lot of fun. So that's a good game to get them some exercise. They're very motivated by that. So they get really excited when they see that come out. In fact, they know the word pig ball.
Yep.
All right, talk about some more.
Then the next thing, we have leaf pile for hiding corn and playing.
So yeah, if you've got anything organic around your property, so you know you've got leaves in the fall, you've got hay that maybe the goats have not been using very, you know, dropped on the ground and won't eat. You've got anything, corn stalks, whatever. Bring it in and put it in their pig pen. One, it's just something new. They push it around, they build nests out of it, they throw it around, they chew it up, they eat it a little bit. And you can hide things in it and play hide and seek. They love, that's their natural behaviors, to go root and look for nuts and anything in there. So throwing a little corn in there or acorns in there when you throw it and let them find it. It's a great exercise for them. It makes their minds work, makes them feel just happy. And what about the next one?
Then we have mud puddles.
Oh, yeah. So, gotta be careful where you put those, right?
Yep.
Yeah. They will make one where you don't want one.
Yep.
So, but it is important because of, yeah, keeps them cool. Helps cut down their parasites too. That's how they clean themselves. So, ironically, they got to get dirty to get clean.
Yep. And then cool. Spraying water.
Say some pigs don't.
Some pigs do like being spritzed with water, and some pigs don't.
So don't just get the garden hose and fire hose them because they may not like it. Some of them absolutely do like it. Others would run away.
Like just Sweet Pea is the only one that loves to be spritzed.
Yeah,
she literally just falls down.
Yeah, she just lays there. She doesn't mind. So be careful with that because you can scare them. And one thing about pigs is they're very smart, and they will remember if you do something wrong to them. They will remember it. They're not, and they won't forget it. So you got to be careful. Never push a pig. Never force a pig if you want it to be your friend, because they will remember that. So always try to be patient with pigs. So.
And then we have pig racing.
There's videos about that. We don't have a course set up, though we would really like to. But there's some English people that have pig races, and it's pretty on YouTube. It's really awesome. It's kind of inspiring us to try that. But what we try to do is incorporate that a little bit. What you'll find is your pigs will get really excited, especially when they're out on pasture. And when they see you coming, and you can utilize that to get some extra exercise in.
And have a piece of holding a box of corn.
Yeah, hoard some treats and run around the pasture with the treats, and they'll chase you, and they get all wound up, and it's pretty fun. So, yeah.
And then we have pig walks.
Oh, yeah.
In woods and creek.
So we think that's a really important part of trying to, animals we believe probably are just, have relationships that are broken, just like our families become broken when, we don't connect with the land, when we don't, when our parents are at work and our kids are in school. And so animals learn from a community. They learn how to forage, how to find food from the groups that they live within. And if they spend all their time in a pen or this, they don't know foraging behaviors. They have to learn that, just like we have to learn. And so taking them out in the woods and just literally showing them different plants allows them to taste things. And they may only get one bite, but they'll remember it. If they like it, they'll come back and eat it on their own, and they'll remember where they found it. So it's important to take your animals on walks. And that gets them exercise, and it allows them to pick and choose the diet they feel they need based upon how they feel. So that's a really good way to bond with them.
Oh yeah, forgot pig chomping.
Oh yeah. Well, it's just fall pumpkins are good fun. They like those. That's because it's a big item that they can just take big bites out of. So that's a lot of fun for them. Squash and pumpkins.
Yeah. And then we have
Snuggle time.
snuggle time. Belly rubs.
Good for all. When it's cold, what do you think when it's cold? What do you do? Cold weather.
Cold winter shelter.
So I found that when it's really cold out, we don't like to do a lot of belly rubs outside. Usually they want to get right back in their house. They'll come out and eat. So having a house that, going in and meeting them on their grounds in their house gives you a chance to check the hay level, make sure it's clean in there, it's not got any leaks, and you can snuggle them better in their house. And it helps for kids to do it because usually it's a little hard to fit in there. But that's where you try to do it because they're losing heat fast in the winter when it's really cold.
Yeah.
So you want them to stay inside and meet them there.
And then we have scratches.
Yeah, just lots of time to scratch them.
Yep. And then we have watch out, pigs are heavy.
So pigs, when they want belly rubs, what do?
Fall down.
They just fall over. They fall over on each other. They fall over on you. They fall over on fences.
One time Sweet Pea crushed my leg.
Yeah. And we've got small pigs. These are only 200 some pounds. So the bigger they are, the harder they fall. So got to watch that. So be careful if you're going to give your pig scratches and belly rubs that you don't have anything you don't want smashed around. So, yeah. Oh, in our last chapter.
Grumpy pigs.
Yeah, so sometimes pigs are grumpy just like us. So many times that maybe they don't want to. What's the first one?
Scared.
So like when pigs are scared, what might cause a pig to be scared? Dog.
Yep, dog and
Grandpa's RTV.
yep.
So, like noisy things, they don't have good eyesight. So something that moves really fast, like a dog running by, can scare them. Tractors, traffic, noises. And so it can be hard to pet your pig if it's scared. So you got to watch its body
And
language.
they could run right through you and trip you.
Yeah, they look like they're just, low to the ground and slow, but they're very, very fast, and they will knock your legs out quick. Even take me out, because they're big and fast. What about when they're sick, maybe?
And when they're sick,
Yeah, if they get to feeling a little down, sometimes they get hormonal. and they just want to be left alone. They won't come out of their house. They're sensitive to light, so that's not a good time to snuggle pigs. And then what about pigs you don't know?
And pigs you don't know.
Yeah, don't assume every pig's a friendly pig. So that goes with a lot of animals. You know, they're big and they can pin you against the walls. So just if you don't know the pig, probably don't try to snuggle the pig. So, all right. I'll say thank everybody for their time. You want to ask any questions? Is there any questions about pigs? Making
Any
pigs happy?
questions?
We covered a lot. So thank everybody for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Here at Chasing Dreams Homestead, we fully support planting the seed in the next generation of homesteaders, and seeing a youth give a presentation was amazing. We're going to have our fall meet and greet November 4th, 2023, and we will get more details about that put out in time once we get contracts locked in. But I say all those things to say, if you're a youth and you feel comfortable and confident and want to give a presentation at a Chasing Dreams Homestead meet and greet, please reach out, let us know, and let us know what kind of topic you would want to present on. We would love to have you come out and inspire other youth to do the same thing. Till next time, y'all, keep dreaming.